Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. So the story is basically this mage, this thief, and this knight all get kind of stuck together or have to work together because they all go after the same treasure that somehow, you know, magically forces them to now be together all the time. It kind of is a plain story, and basically what you're trying to do is to figure out a way to separate each other. It's not the greatest story. It has some funny one-liners because all the characters have unique personalities, and that's fun. But overall, it's kind of a very, very boring story, to be honest. You know, you look for the one-liners, but you're going to get a boring story on the other side. The graphics are great in this game. The lighting effects look good. Especially the physics for arcade title or PSN title. Wow, it looks great. I can't get over how good the physics are in this game. I mean, you're going to use them because you have to use boxes and stuff to climb stuff and all that. So it actually looks good. I'm not going to lie. Very well done, the graphic department. The only thing I have to say is I don't think there's enough enemies in this game. You basically fight skeletons. And I mean, you fight some little mini bosses or bosses, but the majority of the time you're just going to fight these skeletons, and they all look the same basically. Sometimes they have a bow on the back. But, you know, graphic-wise, the game looks great. There's just not enough enemies in it to make it look, you know, amazing. But hey, it's an arcade title, and it does the job. The gameplay is basically three different things. There's the mage gameplay, which basically revolves around lifting boxes and, you know, lifting platforms and stuff like that. Basically, he's used for most of the puzzles in the game. Whereas the thief, she can shoot bows, so she's used for attack. Plus, she can use this basically grappling hooks and basically swing to the other side. So she's kind of like the platformer slash attacker. And then you have the knight, who's basically all attack. And he also has a shield, so he can block from attacks. And basically, you use him because he has the most health and he can take the most damage. Overall, you use all three for all different combinations, and it makes the game kind of unique because you're not using the same old one character, which is fun. I would say that the gameplay is 50% fighting and 50% puzzles and platforming, so it works really well to divide those. My only problem is I feel there's too much fighting in the later stages, and the fighting is never really that fun. Whereas the platforming and puzzles is actually really fun because they actually make you think, and they're not the easiest puzzles in the world, which is actually something that I am welcoming because there's 2 easy puzzles in this world. There's also this little RPG feature where basically when you kill them you get experience, and then you can eventually level up one of your skills for each of the characters. That's pretty cool too, and adds that, you know, there's different trees, so you know you can upgrade them in certain ways. So I thought that was really cool. So overall, if you're looking for a game that uniquely puts 3 different types of characters in one game and makes it 50% platforming and puzzles and 50% combat, you're really going to enjoy it. Just expect the combat to kind of take a lot of the time, and the platforming and the puzzles to take a back seat on the second half of the game, which to me was not a wise decision. Overall, I did enjoy Trine. I say that it's worth the price that you're getting it at. I got it really cheap. I was on PSN for maybe, I think it was like $10 when it came out. It was like $20. So I got it for a really well done price. I would say it's worth $15 and maybe even $20 if they would ever rise it that high again, but definitely worth the $15 or $10 you can get it for if you like puzzles and platforming. Once again, I warn you, if you want to get all the collectibles in this game, you will have to do puzzles, and some of them are actually really challenging. So overall, if you like the challenge, if you think you're brave enough to face these puzzles and platforming, I know I'm trying to sound all epic, then pick up Trine. If you are expecting an amazing combat system or full-on platforming without having to deal with some really annoying combat fight scenes, then don't pick up this game. Simple as that. But anybody who wants something different, pick it up. Plus it's cheap, and it looks really good.